Alright, so welcome back to the next example, and it's find a solution of the following system with equations by graphing. Same exact type of question, different numbers. So let me actually start off with, let's do this one. This one's easier. So y equals negative x plus 3, let this be equation 1. How do you graph that? We'll start off with your intercept, which is 3. 1, 2, 3. Put a solid point there. Then use your slope. Remember, this is the same thing as saying negative 1x plus 3, or same thing as saying negative 1 over 1x plus 3. What does that mean? That you're going to go down 1 and over 1, down 1 and over 1, down 1 and over 1, and you could keep going. Let me do my best to try to connect these points. Bop, 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 bop. Okay. Now let's do the second one. This one's going to require some more work. Let this be equation 2. Oh, I forgot to label this as equation 1. And the intercept is 3. So now for this one, we need to get y by itself. So the first thing we should do is get x over. Plus x, so you get 3y equals x minus 3. Now what can you do? There's something in the way in order to get y by itself. You divide it by 3. Divide everything by 3, so you get y equals 1 over 3x minus 1. Now here's your intercept. So start off at negative 1 or minus 1, however you want to call it. And then you're going to go up 1 and over 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. Oh, bam, they crash. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. Connect those lines. And again, this is equation 2. And your intercept is at negative 1. So where do these lines intersect? Where do these lines crash? Well, we're right there. What point is that? It's 1, 2, 3. X is 3, y is 0. Now remember, we're not done. We still have to check our solution. This is probably the most important part to make sure you're right. So right now we have that our solution is negative 3 comma 0. Sorry, I keep messing up. Let's check it with the first equation. Y equals negative x plus 3. Plug in, remember this is x, this is y. 0 equals negative 3 plus 3. 0 equals 0. That's always correct, so you are fine. Let's check it over here. Y equals 1 over 3x minus 1. Again, 0 equals 1 over 3 times 3 minus 1. Let's do 1 over 3 times 3 over here. You multiply across, so you get 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3, which is also the same thing as 1. So you get 0 equals 1 minus 1. Let me scoot this up a little bit more. Or 0 equals 0, which is also correct. So again, we were correct the first time. The solution is 3 comma 0. Now, to review everything that we just did, remember the first part of everything we did was solve or graph the equations. Most people like using y equals mx plus b. You can also graph using the intercepts using ax plus by. It is completely up to you. You have options now. We've learned enough for you to find, to use the options. Number 2 is estimate the solution. Now estimating it, I say estimate because sometimes it's not going to be exactly on a point. Sometimes it might be, let's say, something like this and like this, and you're going to have to estimate that middle point right there. This point right here, it's going to be a little bit hard to estimate, but just try your best. 3, check the solution. You always want to check the solution to make sure you're right. And 4, high five the person next to you because you're done. So after this, make sure you do the classwork. After you finish with the classwork, work with your group to make sure to add and finish on your project.